Hello everyone and welcome to Be on Reddit. Suspected my roommate 35 male was going into my 30 female room and he was to steal my panties. Original post. The suspicion started because about a month ago he texted me at night asking if the upstairs neighbors were being loud in my room and I texted back, "No, I'm at a friend's tonight. I won't be back until 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. tomorrow." I left said friends early the next morning, went into my room and messed around on my computer. Dude just opened the door and tried to walk in at 7:30 a.m. I said, "Excuse me," very aggressively, and he came back with two conflicting statements when pressed. "Sorry, I thought I knocked," which "I didn't open the door or invite you in." "So what the heck?" Followed by, "I thought it was my room," which "Why the heck would you knock to go into your own room? We are also on opposite sides of the hallway." It made me feel weird and I told my boyfriend about it, who bought me a Casa webcam. The very next day following installation, this guy goes into my room while I'm at therapy and it's to pet my cats. Alright, that's a little weird that you didn't ask beforehand, but that's okay. It's like a 1.5 out of 10 on the creepy scale compared to what I thought was happening. My cats cannot leave my room as my other roommate 60 male has a cat with free reign of the apartment and his cat messes my cats up. So they are unfortunately confined to my room. You can come into my room to pet my cats. That's fine, I guess. Why not just say that when you tried to the other day then? Nothing happens for weeks until yesterday. Yesterday was a fairly light day and I didn't even have to go to campus, so I just go to the gym. While I'm at the gym, I get an activity detected notification. Since the last time I saw him in my room to pet my cats, every activity detected notification has just been one of the fur balls on my desk. Nope, it's him entering my room. Not even looking all the way around before he sticks his hands into my hamper and digs around for a minute. Then he immediately goes to my clean underwear drawer, and when he's done there, beelines it for my nightstand where I keep very expensive lingerie as well as all of my adult toys. He very clearly knows where all of my things are. I'm watching this live at the gym and I'm livid. After he leaves my room, I rewatch the clips and notice he put something back into my hamper on entry. He enters the room with something folded fabric in his hands and goes for my hamper, and then when he's done in the hamper there is nothing in his hands anymore, so he's just been borrowing and or stealing my clothes, underwear. I text him both on Discord and in our roommate chat. No one is permitted in my room when I'm not there, and especially not to raid my used clothing, panty drawer or adult drawer. He says sorry and immediately leaves the group chat and then spams me on Discord and text messages. "I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. It won't happen again. I have a problem. Dumb. I got caught. I think this is what I should say. BS." I just told him, "Don't speak to me and only text me about bills." Unfortunately, I don't have parents. My boyfriend lives with his parents who would not be down with me living there, and none of my friends have a place I can stay. I'm stuck here. I'm also fixed income because grad school, so even if I could afford the monthly deposits and such wouldn't be covered. And it took me 3 months to find this place, which was the first and only to let me keep both cats. I already bought and installed a lock despite my apartment complex saying I can't have a lock on my door. But my safety comes first. However, I can't help but feel disgusted about my things being touched. After I got back from the gym yesterday, I threw on a bathrobe and never got dressed again. Today, when I woke up and thought I'd go to the gym early, I paused at my underwear drawer and just couldn't bring myself to put any on. He already owes me $400, but I don't even want to wear anything in my underwear drawer, not knowing what pair has been used by him. My friends say I should go through and catalog, as well as sterilize all of my things. I just want everything replaced, but considering the cost of some of these things, one of my bras is $600. They think it's unreasonable to ask. I also want to go file a police report, but I don't even know what it would be for. Trespassing? The second I press charges, I'm out a roommate and his room is a neckbeard mess that I'm not going to clean. I don't even know what to do here. I'm still livid and I still feel pretty unsafe with the lock on the door. Is there anything else I can or should do? Update, same post, same day. The rest of the footage hadn't loaded. Apparently, he was getting off after he went for the pantry drawer with my lube. Goddamned degenerate. I'm calling non-emergency to see what actions can be taken and how long I can sit on this, since moving or replacing him as a roommate isn't an option. Edit. The bra was purchased when I was working over 3 years ago and making $120,000 a year. I saved a majority of my earnings so that I could return to school for my master's, which I paid for and completed in 2 years, and now I'm going for my PhD, living off of savings and extremely lean research stipends. What purchases I made 3 years ago isn't relevant. Please stop saying I have a spending prioritization issue when clearly it's a reading comprehension issue from some of you. TIA. Now for the comments. When told talk to your landlord, OP replies, I don't have a landlord. I have a property management company that refuses to do any sort of work. They wouldn't evict the tenants above me when I have them on video threatening to push me down the stairs. Another video of them threatening another tenant when they talk to their kid or leaving half-eaten food on the stairs nearly daily, despite the fact that this problem has a well-established roach problem. I had to wait 3 weeks for a washer to be replaced and refused to pay rent for the month that it was broken, which I was shocked they had the sense to not fight me on. My landlord isn't a person, my landlord is a corporation who cannot even be bothered to pay front office staff to be here on weekends. More than likely, I will pick up a 6-month tenancy somewhere, and my boyfriend will help me with deposit costs if need be. I'm going to look at 2 places today and go over some finances to see what makes the most sense. When asked why can't you just get him evicted, she replies because I'm fixed income and my other roommate is also fixed income. Neither of us can afford to pay an extra $700 to $1,000 a month until we find someone. I could do it for a month, maybe 2, but he absolutely couldn't, and I could not foot the bill to pay $2,000 a month in just rent, utilities, and internet. It isn't just a little extra. Removing the third roommate would likely be 2.5 times what I'm paying now if we can't find someone to immediately replace him. Told to press charges, she says, oh, I'm pressing charges either way. I already sent him one 5-second clip of him jerking it in my room when he said he wasn't doing anything in my room the first time. If I can get out of the lease first before him, I'd rather do that. Both of their rooms are disgusting, cannot walk past them without holding my breath, and I do not want to be on the lease whenever it ends because I just know I will be on the hook for replacing the carpeting or any other smell they're just unable to remove. When I moved in, they closed both of their doors and put out air fresheners. They cleaned. 5 days after I signed my lease and was officially moved in, they started leaving their doors open, and ever since it's just been a nasal nightmare. I will ask them to do something about it, things will be fine for a month, and then it's back to square one. I'm tired of it, so I might as well take this sign opportunity to get out. She is advised, make sure to not send the video to others as that could be a crime. She replies, no, I haven't sent it to anyone other than him. I have physically shown part of the footage, him entering my room to the leasing office, as well as him hiking up his shorts after spamming him to get out of my room, but everything in between is for me and police department to figure out. The type of bra, and one more note from OP since some comments ridicule her for her spending. Yup. Wardell, Studio PR and AP are expensive. I've been advised by non-emergency to not sanitize in case I need any of these things for evidence, and also if they can be submitted under damages for my renter's insurance to cover them. Thank you. These pieces were bought when I was miserable but being paid north of 6 figures. My return for my MFA was decided after 3 years in an industry I hated and buying nice things for myself as an occasional treat for putting up with my industry. 3 years ago is not the point of this post nor relevant. It was relevant to the story because I asked my friends if we should pay for these things to be replaced, and they said yes until I told them how much some of my more expensive lingerie costs, and then they said, well, maybe don't ask for him to pay for all of it just because you have expensive taste, and I thought that was insane. I saved money for 3 years so that I could do this. I have emergencies budgeted into my living expenses for the next 3 years of schooling, but I feel I shouldn't have to qualify replacement clothing for stuff my roommate got off to as an emergency. It should either be covered by him or insurance as it is clearly damaged. One more thought from OP. I leave my pepper spray literally on the same nightstand he violated next to my nightstick, and my underwear drawer has literally my handgun case on top of it in plain view. You cannot miss it, and he knows it's a gun because I told him I started carrying when our upstairs neighbors moved in. It does not matter to the guy. He gives more info on the cats. 2 cats, 350 square feet room. Not ideal, but they're constant. They have a cat castle with the litter box hidden in a bottom compartment. I clean it every other day, which can be a hassle, but it was this or no cats at all, and I've never surrendered an animal. One of them has extreme anxiety that took 3 years for my last partner to even be able to pet her without her flinching. Would I rather they were able to go roam around the house? Absolutely. Other roommate cannot close his door though. The apartment is literally sunk at the door frame from water damage, so his cat gets to go wherever, except my room. Update. Hello all, I'm indeed alive and out of that apartment. I didn't want to provide an update until I knew the full outcome of the story, and it unfortunately took until just under an hour ago to get that. After a week and a half of playing phone tag to file a police report, and then sitting in a police substation for 7 hours to file a report, he was eventually arrested for criminal trespassing, a felony charge in my state. This was in April. He or the prosecutor were able to shove back pre-trial hearings until today, nearly into November. Today he pled guilty to criminal trespassing and will have 12 months of probation. Since it's a felony, he will also lose his guns. He was able to be released from the lease since the judge who saw him the morning after his arrest issued a notice to vacate under the explicit supervision of law enforcement. Since I was involved in the order, I was given the option to break the lease without penalty, which I enthusiastically agreed to. I paid my other roommate utilities, startup fees, internet and power were in douchebag's name, and utilities for the next 3 months before I left. Since he had to backfill 2 roommates, I also cleaned my own room and douchebag's room before I left. He was stealing all sorts of stuff from me and other roommate, mostly food we never gave him permission to eat, despite him literally only ever door dashing food and making more money than me and other roommate combined. Fun fact for those of you who are wondering, didn't he get off with your stuff? Isn't that SA? Why is there a trespassing charge instead of something SA related? It turns out, at least where I live, that for SA related crimes there has to be a victim. Since I was never present in the room when he committed those acts and there was no DNA evidence left on any of my things, there was technically no victim, which means no SA related crime. I could have pushed for that charge, but the chances of that sticking were nothing. Since douchebag never posted the room I was renting on Craigslist and only posted it on a website where you had to upload a face pic to even be a user, I wanted to make sure whatever he was arrested for stuck so that no other woman ever had to have her stuff violated again. I completely forgot about that whole website thing until the prosecutor's office called me and they asked me how I even found the room in the first place. Were there any other signs? What about the last roommate, etc. when they were building their case against him? The only man I will room with now is my partner. That was the end of the video. Comment down below to share what you thought. Press like and subscribe and click the notification bell for more regular updates. Thank you for watching.